You tell yourself you are being patient. You tell yourself relationships take work. You tell yourself you are just going through a rough phase. But if you slow down and look honestly, the relationship is not struggling. It is already over. What you are staying loyal to is not the connection. It is the version of yourself that hopes it might still come back. You are not staying because it is alive. You are staying because leaving feels like losing everything you invested your identity into.
That explains why leaving feels harder than staying, even when staying hurts.
Exactly, because your nervous system does not measure relationships by happiness. It measures them by familiarity. Even when love disappears, the pattern remains. The routines, the emotional roles, the predictability of pain. And for a nervous system that learned to survive instability early on, familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar freedom. So you stay, not because it works, but because your body knows how to endure it.
So staying becomes a form of emotional safety.
Yes, especially when love once felt inconsistent, when connection came and went without warning. Your body learned that closeness is temporary and separation is dangerous. So when a relationship starts dying slowly instead of ending clearly, your nervous system clings harder, not to the person, but to the illusion that if you hold on long enough, the warmth might return.
That explains why people wait for signs that never come.
Because letting go would mean admitting something painful. Not just that the relationship ended, but that it ended without closure, without repair, without becoming what you hoped it would be. And that grief feels heavier than staying numb. So instead of grieving, the nervous system chooses suspension, waiting, hoping, enduring. You call it loyalty. Your body calls it survival.
So staying too long is not weakness, it is avoidance of grief.
Exactly. Because grief requires finality. And finality threatens identity. When a relationship has been your emotional anchor, leaving it means standing alone with yourself again, with unanswered questions, with unmet needs, with the parts of you that were tolerated instead of nurtured. And many people were never taught how to hold themselves without an external anchor.
That makes staying feel like the lesser pain.
Until it is not. Because staying too long does something subtle and devastating. It teaches your nervous system to normalize emotional absence. You stop expecting presence. You stop expecting repair. You stop expecting reciprocity. And slowly, you adjust your needs downward until they fit inside neglect. You do not stay because the relationship is alive. You stay because you have learned how to disappear inside it.
So how do you know when it is actually over?
When you are no longer responding to what is happening, but to what used to happen. When effort feels one-sided. When hope replaces communication. When you feel lonelier with them than without them. And most importantly, when leaving feels terrifying not because you will miss them, but because you do not know who you are without the role the relationship gave you.
So leaving is not just about losing them. It is about meeting yourself again.
Yes. And that is why healing does not start with walking away. It starts with reclaiming presence inside yourself while you are still there. Listening to your body. Letting disappointment register. Allowing grief to surface instead of postponing it. Because the goal is not to leave perfectly. The goal is to stop abandoning yourself while you stay.
That means choosing yourself even before the relationship ends.
Exactly. And here is the truth most people never hear. You do not stay too long because you love too deeply. You stay too long because leaving once meant emotional danger. But now it means something different. It means integrity. It means self-trust. And it means choosing a future that does not require you to shrink to be tolerated.
So letting go is not failure, it is regulation.
Yes, and when you finally leave what is already over, you are not giving up on love. You are giving up on waiting for someone else to choose you while you disappear. And that is not loss, that is recovery. If this resonated, you are not weak for staying. You are protecting yourself. And if you want to keep exploring the hidden psychological patterns shaping your thoughts, emotions, and relationships, subscribe to the Curiosity Vault. Until next time, stay curious.